Hey y'all, it's Daija with Tea Time with Daija, and today I wanted to talk about my husband. My husband's music, that is. Is it trash? Is it not trash? Should he give it up? Should he let it go? Should he keep going? So, stay tuned. Okay, so hey y'all. So I wanted to talk about my husband's music. Now, my husband has been doing music for like he 30. I think it's probably like over like 10, 20 something years. You know, that early stuff don't count. But he's been doing it for a while, and I've noticed that he's been getting to a place where he's always had like those ups and downs, like when he'd be high, like, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing and stuff like that, and then it'd be the low parts, and it'd be like, oh, and nobody is doing this, nobody's supporting me, nobody is helping me, nobody is doing this, stuff like that. And it's kind of sad, and it's messed up, because he knows a lot of people. He's the type of person who would support anybody. He's the nicest person I've ever met. Maybe it's the Sag in him, but it's just that. And I think and I wanted to talk about and his music as it relates to me and what I'm doing and starting this YouTube journey for myself. And one thing that I admire about my husband is his confidence. He's confident in the things that he wants to do. He's passionate in that very thing called music in general, music. Like, he's very confident, and I want to be like that. Like, it's just really good to be with somebody who brings out the best in you, not competition, but like, wow, like I want to be like that when I get older, like that. So I would look at him and I just be like, oh, I wish you could get to the place where you want to be. Like, you want to be successful. He wants to, like, he engineers, he produces his own music, he writes his own music, he comes up with his own cover art, he does everything himself. And I'm just like, I wish the world could see your talent. I really wish the world could see your talent. And it's hard because the world don't want to hear what he's saying. You know why the world don't want to hear what he's saying? Because Jesus said. So though he has all of that talent, God got him wrapped up in all of that talent, and this makes me sad because he showcases it, but it's like nobody don't want to see it because he not cursing, he not yelling, he not talking about going out, clubbing, drinking, smoking, and on whatever other kind of drugs that people be out here experimenting with. Since he not doing that, don't nobody want to hear it. Or, on the other side of the spectrum, people don't want to pay for the music. You think that you're supposed to get stuff for free? Like, who are you? Like, you know? And that's the problem. That's a part of the problem that he has too with people, because they either want a handout, and when he doesn't give them a handout, that's when everybody want to come out and say, oh, it's not all of this, or oh, it's not all of that, oh, it's not all of this. It was just all of that before. What happened? And he does really well with it, though it bothers him, and he wants to be, and he wants to be how everybody else is, or like, you know, if they have success and they tap into that talent that they have, and it just take off for them. And it could be really hard when you're watching, when you know that you're talented and you know that you have it, like you got it, and you watching people who they just don't got it, but they popular, and it works for them. And it's just like, I'm over here talking about real stuff. they talking about foolishness, and this is what the people is asking for. This is what the, like, and then you start to think like, well, should I be making music like that? And he's thought about that, like, should I do that? Should I do that? But this is the part that I love about him too. He can't deny what God has called him for, what God has called him to do. God has called him to preach the gospel through song, through music. And he can't shake that. So even if he has that mindset, oh, I should just do what they do, or I should just try to do what they do, he can't. And he has that conflict. But I love to see the rawness of it, because it lets me know that when I'm going through something, that I'm not alone. And looking at him and how he gets through these things, or whatever the case may be, it just helps me. Like, Daryl could do it, I could do it. Daryl did it, I could do it. So Daryl could teach me how to do this and how to not give up on myself, because he had plenty of opportunities where he could have gave up on himself, whether it be us not having enough money to buy certain equipment, or people not supporting him. Hell, even his family not supporting him, friends not supporting him. Like, it's kind of messed up. But I know that my husband is talented, and I can't wait for his music to get out there the way that it needs to be out there. And it makes me happy, because I just want it for him more than he wanted for him. And I know he wanted for himself a lot. So if I wanted more than he wanted, then it's just gotta happen. It's only up from here, as the people say. But I'm excited, and my husband's music is very good. And he has a song called Rich Forever, and in the song, it's just so creative. It sounds like he's actually being interviewed by somebody, or whatever the case may be. And I'm just like, you did this by yourself? That is so cute. Like, you really did it by yourself, babe. I'm proud of you. Like, it really sounds good. And I don't know. Damn, this grape is juicy. He's, in his music, he's been through so many different kind of stages. He's gone through all of the stages, from a place where he was very much cocky, and at that time, he let me listen to some of his music, and it was TRASHHHH. That junk sound like he was performing it at a carnival, y'all. But he took the time to perfect his craft. Like, who do you know who would sit there and be doing the same thing for over 10 plus years? And even though you're not seeing as much fruit, because people is buying his stuff, was buying his beats and things like that. He's collaborating with more people now. But who do you know would just sit there and keep doing the same thing after it didn't work, when you wanted it to work for so long, so bad, so bad, so bad? Now, because me personally, I would have gave up. Just like I almost gave up with this YouTube thing. I don't know where it would take me. Just like he don't know where the music would take him. But all he has is that passion. Like, Before, he would make secular music. And that's just worldly music and things like that. And that was getting more attention. Like, that music. But when he followed Christ and came to the new life, he started to he had to change the inside of him, and it had to reflect the outside of him, and it had to reflect his music, because he realized that he could no longer make music that was glorifying sin. Like, sin is all things, and we do all sin. Like, relax. But we don't want to stay there. So he had to go through that, and I was able to experience that and be a bystander while he went through all of that. And it was tough, because there were some things that he wasn't used to, there were some things that he had to learn on his own. It was a lot of crying times, like actual crying times. There was a lot of times where it would be arguments and things like that. And a lot of times, most times, was just motivational and me listening to him or me telling him, like, you better go do it, you better go do it, you better go do it. And he did it. He really did it. And in the last apartment that we was in, not this last apartment, but the apartment from before, the 1751, he actually made a whole album, like, by himself. And he never did it before. And I had always told him, like, why you don't try to make your own beats and rap off your own beats? Like, why you don't do that? Oh no, it just takes too much work. It takes too much work. He would always say that. And I always used to tell him, like, you ain't even try it. Just do it. Just do it. Like, just try it. You should try it. You should try it. You should do it. You should do it. And then he did it. Oh my God, that is a really great album. And even if nobody else agrees with it, believes in it, or anything like that, I've seen physically what he went through to even make that happen. I seen it. I knew all that he went through just to get that done. And that's why I'm proud of that album. Like, I will always be proud of it. Let me see what it's called, because I want to make sure I'm not saying it wrong. The album is called In Case You Lose Footing. I really like that album. That was, like, we was going through so much, like, outside of music. Like, that I don't even know how he was even able to, I don't even know how he was able to do it. Because we didn't have no time. We was on one car. I had to be to work at 1 o'clock in the morning sometimes. Nolan was still up 1. Girl, it was a mess. It was a mess. And he did it. And I'm really proud of him. Then he created another album and he's been working on himself. And he, like, it's just, I want to be like that. I want to be able to see the things that is wrong with me and challenge myself to get better. I want to be able to research my craft and get better, because if it's something that I want to do, why am I not trying to strive to be better at it? Like, you know, why am I not doing that? Sometimes I'll get upset at him because I'll be like, there you go on that phone again. There you go on that phone again. There you go on that phone again. But he's not doing anything but researching what he needs to do to be better. Like, you know? And there used to be a lot of times where he would be like, oh, I don't want to do it because then people will only want me to be like this. I don't want to be boxed in. And I used to tell him, maybe being boxed in is not a bad thing. Because one, to me, when you're boxed in, people know what to expect from you. People know exactly who you are. You won't deviate from who you are. Not, now if you being boxed in a bad way, that's different, to change it. But if somebody doesn't want to work with you because you make Christian music, then that's a them problem, not a you problem. Like, you know, stay true to who you are and, like, what you want to do. Don't let nobody change you. Like, you know. And there would be sometimes when he would hit up different producers and they would be like, oh, I'm looking for, I guess, the new hip-hop music that's called drill type beats. And he used to be like, Daryl would say, I don't make those type of beats. I don't make those type of beats. And I used to tell him, like, try to do something to at least give them something. If they don't like it, then they just don't like it. That's not something that nobody is saying that you are a drill beat expert or drill beat only producer. No, you're not that. But you have that little piece for them so that everybody gets a piece of the puzzle. But my husband doesn't make music like that. He don't listen to music like that. Like, and that's fine. Everybody is into their own thing. And I love that he knows who he is. Like, because when I was saying that, he was just like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. And I'm thinking he being bullheaded. But he's just like, No, babe, sorry, but I'm confident in who I am. I don't need to do that. It's fine. And yeah, like, I really like that. Like, it makes me just sit back and just think, like, when he get to the place he need to be, ain't nobody gonna tell this man nothing, honey. But the reason why I'm happy about that is because God has been pruning him this whole time, getting him to work on himself. The good, the bad, and the ugly, all of it, God's been working on him. That when God finally make that move for him, he can't say that he did it on his own. He can't say that I did anything. He can't say that nobody did anything. He would have to give all praise to Jesus, because Jesus is the only one who helped him. When he was feeling down about not being where he wanted to be in his music, it was Jesus who uplifted him. When he wanted to get certain instruments, certain tools for his music, but couldn't, and still made it work, it wasn't him. It was Jesus. Like, the mindset to keep going. Just the mindset alone to keep going after years of it not producing the fruit that you wanted to produce. Not that it's not producing fruit. And I used to tell him that all the time. You want recognition from everybody all at once. It's not going to happen like that. But you have to give thanks to the people who are there and the people who are supporting you even now. Like, even if it's just 5 people, you got to give thanks to them, because it may not be a lot, but it's definitely better than a 0. So you have to just be thankful. And he's been working on that. And it's been helping him more. Like, he's not treating it as if it's a job. He's treating it as a hobby, as something that he wants to do, something that he enjoys doing, something that he actually loves doing. And I can't take that away from him. And I want everybody to have something that they love that nobody can't take away from them. Like, I can't take away his music. Like, you know, nobody could take it away. Like, he could get down for a little bit, like David, but he'll be back up again. And that's pretty cool. And I want to be like that in this new journey that I'm starting with the YouTube thing, because I've been feeling down myself, like, dang, like, I thought that when I started this, more people would be like, oh, I'm proud of you, Daija, da-da-da-da-da, like, liking, commenting, subscribing to my stuff, just based off us even just being family. Like, you know, like, damn, like, at least just us being family. I have to look at Daryl and remind myself that it doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what they say. And they may not be supporting me right now, but when I make it, they're going to call me. When I do this, they're going to call me. And out of nowhere, everybody going to want to know how you do it. Like they do with Daryl. Oh, how you get your music on iTunes? How you get your music on this? How you get your music on all streaming platforms? How you get this equipment? How you do that? Where you record your music at? The same people who wasn't supporting him outwardly. Now, it's different from saying, I support you, but you don't see the fruit in it. Like, they not helping you do nothing. They not even just liking a video or whatever the case may be. They not just commenting on your stuff. They not just saying, oh, or even critiquing you. Just like, because if you critique me, that lets me know that you seen it. You seen something that you don't like. And you know that I respect you enough to take in your critiquing, and I would change it myself, because I know that you're not coming from a bad place. And when you're not doing that, wait, yeah. So, him, I need to be more like him, you need to be more like him. Because it's not to say that he's not vulnerable. He's very vulnerable. And he's very open about his mistakes in music, where his prideness in music, his overcoming in music. And that's how we need to be. We need to be confident. We need to be bold in who we are and what we stand for, and say, no, that's not what I do. That's not who I am. This is who I am. You're either going to accept it or you're not. And that's fine if you don't. And it's also fine if you do. But that's how we need to be. All of us, like, be comfortable in our own skin. Not be so scared to show people who we actually are. Like, you know, because a lot of us be feeling like we gotta fit in just to do something, or whatever the case may be. You don't have to fit in. Like, what's for you is for you, and what's not for you is not for you. Like, secular music was not for Daryl anymore, because that season of his life was over. And he came into a new season of his life where he has the Lamb of God. God is with him now. God has always been with him, but he knows who God is now. So they walk in relationship with each other through this thing. And though he may not have that fleshly success, that worldly success that your favorite rapper or any new person just on the internet has, that does not mean that he doesn't walk with the power. It doesn't mean that he doesn't have talent. It doesn't mean that he's not still strong in what he does. Like, we don't need the world to tell us who we are. The Lord tells us who we are. The Lord orders our steps. Let us wait for him, and wait in that perfect time, and not just wait just to wait, but wait and have peace in that waiting, but still getting yourself together. God will show up. He will show up. He always shows up. He just be really waiting for us to get ourselves together. And I believe that my husband's time is now. Like, his time is now. It's coming. Because I've seen the steps that God has been taking him to, and it's just leading him up, 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 up. And I see it. And it's coming. I'm so proud of you, baby. You're gonna be good. You really are. I really believe that. You're talented, and you let nobody take it away from you. And you knew what you wanted to do as a kid. As a kid, you knew what you wanted to do. Hell, I still don't know what I want to do. It's so exciting and encouraging to see when you're going through your own battle and you're going through your own struggle, and you have not just that you have somebody who experienced it already, and you could come to them and talk to them about it, but I have the privilege to actually be in the room with someone like that. So that way, whenever I'm down, whenever I'm feeling some type of way, all I have to do is just look at him. All I have to do is just talk to him. I've never seen somebody so passionate about something. And I don't know if I've never seen it in my family, and that's why I'm not used to it. Because before it used to be like, I chill, the music, relax, like. But maybe that was the hater in me, because I ain't had no business. I ain't had nothing going on with myself. So just hearing him keep talking about himself, just keep talking about his music, it's just like, all right, we get it. And what you eat today? Like, I really used to be like that. But now that I got me some business, and now that I'm trying to do what I want to do now I get what he's saying. Like, I get why he's so passionate about it. I get why he just wants to be better. Like, he does everything to get better. And that's just like, oh, that's so cute. I just wanted to talk about him, and because there's a lot of people who's like, oh, your music, his music is not all that, his music not that, or dang, he's still doing the same thing. Oh, well, okay, like, you know, like, what that mean? Like, you know? And even when I, like, when we be, God damn, I'm about to stop eating these grapes. Okay. Even when we're arguing and things like that, I could hear the enemy in my ear like, you should go break his stuff. You should go tell him that his music trash. You should go do this. You should go do that. Don't listen to the enemy. Because why would I do that? I don't pay. Now, why? Ignorance. Why would you do that? Just intentionally trying to hurt someone. Because that person may have hurt you. And it's really just because you don't have nothing that you got going on for yourself, and you want to just tear somebody else down, and that's not nice. That's not nice. It's not cute. It's not cool. It's not nice. Don't do it. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And now we're down here in North Carolina, and he has, well, we share the office, but since I be in a funk, like, really, I don't really be wanting to do certain things or whatever the case may be. I got a nail stand right here, and I do nails, but I haven't really done much. I do my own nails, but I haven't really done them in a while. And I look at him and I just be like, well, I guess it's my turn now to just do what you do. I gotta follow the leader. So thanks, babe. Thanks for always motivating me and encouraging me to be the best me. I love you.